All right, guys, we just got back. The bike is in the back. Check this thing out. So as you can see here, it is really dirty. It just started raining, so it got cleaned up a little bit on the sides and on top, but it's still really greasy all over. You can see it's got dirt from head to toe. It's all oily. It's terrible. This thing was not taken care of at all. You can see the pipe is all rusty. It's a brand new pipe. That's what the owner said. His bolts up front are rusty. Looks pretty beat. You can see the tires aren't doing too well. I mean, they're sort of usable, but look at that. I mean, that's just terrible. It's got some road rash here. I don't know what happened. This thing is a mystery. But it's a 2014. It's pretty new, and I can't complain with the price. So let's go ahead and get it off the truck. All right, here's the bike. It looks pretty beat up, in my opinion. Piece of garbage, 0 out of 10. Doesn't run. Seized, locked. 200 bucks, just take it. Yeah, anyways, you can see just how used this thing was. Look at that. That is just so terrible. There's oil everywhere. There's a bolt missing there. There's rust all over the pipe. The frame is just so destroyed with mud and grime. This is loose, and that's just on that one side. I can go on and on. Rear fender is loose. This is loose right here, the front number plate. And the clutch cable here is snapped clean off, so the clutch doesn't work at all. And those are just a few things that are wrong with this bike. So obviously it's gonna be a little bit of a project. Also right here, what even is that? It's like a blue zip tie. That's so bad. Hey, what are you doing in there? That's for another video. Stay tuned. So you can see the forks were done by 612 Race Tech. They sent it off and got it all set up. I don't know the settings. It's 612. You can see it right here. Check it out. Durham Town did the suspension. Yep. That is something you don't see every day. This bike used to be a rental bike in Durham Town. So the story we got with this bike is that this bike was actually a rental bike from Durham Town. There's a big story behind it. The guy, he said that he actually worked at Durham Town, and first it was a rental bike, and they did the suspension, I think, in 2016. I'll show you the sticker here. Yeah, November 5th, 2016 is when that was done. And apparently it kept fouling plugs, and at one point they blew it up. Apparently one of the people that rented it blew it up, and they had to put a new cylinder on it. So that's a plus. It has a brand new cylinder. You can feel that. It's like, it feels like a 2020. So that's nice. It's a good plus. Apparently when they blew it up, they just gave up on this bike, and the worker found it in a chicken shed at Durham Town and fixed it up and bought it straight from Durham Town. and then we bought it from him. Pretty long story. But at least we know that whenever this thing was running, it had a pretty easy life in the trails. Yeah, people were just trail riding it, so it was just fouling plugs all the time. Apart from how janky this bike looks, it actually starts right up. So yeah, it runs pretty good. I don't even think it needs a carb clean. So this thing is a 2014, but it has the old plastics that it came with. Yeah, you can see my 08 has the restyle kit, and so does Ethan's 2014, and Alright, so I think what we really stalling on here is getting this thing cleaned up.
Man, what we really stalling on, man?
Come on. Alright, what this bike is really being neglected on is being clean. It has oil everywhere, and I'm getting pretty tired of seeing this metal just wear away. So, let's get this thing cleaned up. Got the simple green, let's get to it. Look how good we cleaned up that pipe. It's insane. Thing looks brand spanking new. Because it is. This is some good stuff, guys. We use it on the seat like this. And it just gets all of those dirt marks out. Look at that. That seat is looking brand new. Gorgeous. Works for plastics too. Ethan just did the whole rear fender here. Looks beautiful. Get all the engine covers, the plastics. Just give them all a nice spray down, even the pipe. It's good stuff. I will put a link to this down in the description because if you guys see what it does, you probably want a bottle. Also guys, one thing I forgot to mention, look at this stem really quick. Tell me if you can see anything wrong. That doesn't look okay to me. So they put this top part over the washer or the nut there. It's terrible. This is supposed to go under, and then the nut is supposed to be the only thing that's up on top. I don't know who did these forks. I know Durhamtown sent them off, but I guess they're the ones that reinstalled the forks and they just didn't do it right at all. We're gonna have to fix that for sure. I wanna ask you guys, have you ever seen this bike at Durhamtown? Any of you that are in the Union Point area in Georgia, or just near Durhamtown, if you ever heard of it, and you've rented out a 250? If you've ever seen this one, definitely let me know in the comments. I wanna know more about its history. Would be pretty cool if you guys have had a ride on this thing. So we're just lubing up all the cables and brake lines and levers and stuff like that. We got all the grips cleaned up. Everything is basically cleaned up at this point. I think we did a really good job. This thing is so loud and it looks super clean now. We did a lot to it. This is still not bolted, and obviously there's a lot to talk about that it needs. A clean is not gonna fix everything, so we could probably tighten that up. What do you think? Yeah, it's got some room to go. All right, we'll tighten up the chain. The rear tire is, I think we're gonna run with it. Plastics, it has a UFO kit on it, and we want to get a graphics kit for it, so we're gonna put the OEM plastics on this thing and get a cool graphics kit. We got to get the OEM plastics on the front so we can get a nice graphics kit on there. Like I said, we need the clutch cable here. That's really bad. It's just hanging. I just need to bolt this up right here. This is actually bent. Really? See how it like goes from here down? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's stock. Next video, we're gonna clean that pipe. It's super rusty. Ooh, it's crazy. I shouldn't even be touching that, it's so rusty. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty solid bike. Obviously, you heard that it runs, it starts right up. It has good compression. I'm still getting used to a 250, we both are. We just got 125s in there. We've had one 250 before, it was a KTM 05. Yep, so these things are still pretty new to us. It's got a fat pipe. You know how it is. Sticks out on both sides. Otherwise, I don't really see what else this thing needs. We got bars ordered up. We got the OEM bars ordered up because these gold ones are a little too flashy, and we're not gonna really sell it, you know, with gold bars. It just doesn't look right. And the graphics kit we got for this thing is gonna look sweet. So stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna get the graphics on. We're gonna get everything installed to make this thing look mint and ready to go. I can't wait. So it cleaned up really nice. We got all the oil, or most of it, off. Still got to tighten that up. But this video was just to bring the bike home, clean it up, and just get to know it a little bit. And it's so worth what we paid. Oh my gosh, like, it's insane. It's a 250. It's a 250, it's huge. this bike is definitely worth it. It's got everything. It's got the pipe, it's got the looks. It's about to have way better looks than this. Yeah, it's kind of janky.
And what's funny is that for 2021, oh yeah, go ahead and fill that off, huh?
No, I'll pull it off in the next video. So yeah, guys, definitely stay tuned for another video. Super hyped to bring you guys another series. We got plenty more on the way, trust me, that you haven't even seen yet. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. We got a giant care package coming for this thing. I am so stoked to get these ugly fenders swapped out for some fresh ones and just get this thing looking mint. So until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Morse.